Hello and welcome to Weebanomics. This is Kyrie Luminous at KyrieLuminous on Twitter.com, and these are my co-hosts with two special guests.
Hello, I'm Stonk Salesman at StonkyWonky on Twitter.com.
Hi, I'm Tahana Weeb. I'm also on Twitter. I have an Inuyasha profile pic with a sombrero.
I guess it's pretty sad that you're on Twitter.
God,
Yeah, it
who's
is.
on Twitter nowadays?
God, who's
You
on
have
Twitter?
50,000 tweets, Otaku. Don't talk
Yeah,
shit.
I just wanted to say.
Ugh. Hi, I'm the Nonotaku at thenonotaku at twitter.com.
Hey, folks, it's me, Dinosaur with 42 heads, otherwise known as Dynamore57. I'm on Twitter. I make videos too, and also
Sad.
it's a living. I'm also on Twitter at dinosaur42heads.com.
Don't trust
But-
him. His actual name is Dino. Refer to
No.
him as Dino.
No, no, that's a racial
Hello,
slur.
Dino.
No, you're saying the N-word of my people. Dino.
Hello, Dino.
I say Dino
No.
with a hard R.
Dino with the hard R.
Dino with a hard Q.
Alright. Kyrie, what show are we talking about today?
Shit, I forget how to pronounce it, so I'm gonna sound like a dumbass. It's like Watamote,
Yep.
Wata something.
You said it.
Ah, perfect.
You know, funny story. When I was first recommending Watamote, I got it wrong and wasn't saying Watamote. Instead, I was saying the first word of what was the actual name. So the first word in it is watashi.
Wait, what?
And then one person who was who spoke a bit of Japanese was just absolutely confused. He's like, that is like the worst name to call something. Because it's like just he said, I don't remember what it meant, but he said it was like some common word like the or and or something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, it
It's a
is.
feminine version of I or me or something like that.
It's something. It was.
Yeah, it's like and or something like that. Yeah.
It's like it's a common vernacular and whatnot, and so after talking with them for a while, and then we eventually got the name, and I was like, oh, it's Watamote, not Watashi.
Otaku.
But that was way long ago, almost 10 years ago.
This show's
Damn,
almost.
we're getting old.
This show is almost 10 years old. Damn.
This show's like 11
yeah,
and a half.
This is so sad.
All right. Well. So, Kyrie, do you want to do the synopsis?
It is about Watamote is about the most cringe ass bitch I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah,
That's pretty
the
much
whole
it.
show.
It's
That's
like
the whole show.
It's
kinda-
literally it's my profile picture. I
It's
used to
basic-
think my life was a cringe compilation, but then I realized it's a try not to laugh challenge.
Basically.
This bitch is just my synopsis. I'm always tired. It's also.
All right,
Like,
I'll
I
do
I
a
need
real
to work on
synopsis.
energy.
I'll do the real synopsis. All right.
Thank
So
you.
the real synopsis is this: a girl who is a massive otaku, possibly just like you. And so when it comes down to it, she is so silent, she can't talk. In fact, she almost never talks to people. She's in over her head thinking that she'll be popular once high school drops. The reason is because she talked to a guy a total of 5 times, thinking now she's popular because she talked to a guy 5 times. And those 5 times were stuff like thanks.
Hey.
And so when it comes down to it, she can't really talk, like at all, to anyone that isn't her brother or her one friend from high school that she rarely meets. or her just family, and that one friend. So if you actually see her try to talk to like almost anyone, it is literally just
She
Okay.
says words after. She says like sentences after a while.
not
Like near the
No,
end.
no.
near the
Like
very
one
end.
sentence.
She does, but she still stutters like crazy. But
Yeah.
what's it called? So her entire high school life is her trying to live through it, thinking she was going to be super popular, but reality hits that after
Like
2 months, not a single person has ever approached her into like talking or becoming friends or anything like that. No crushes, no one even notices her at all. And so the entire show is just her trying to figure out a way to make friends, get a boyfriend, and try to do everything and try to actually talk, all while not putting forward the effort to doing it and wanting people just to approach her and do it naturally with them doing it. So she's pretty much the female Elliot Rodger.
yeah, I was gonna say like that sounds exactly like Elliot.
So, okay. When I watched this, I got reminded of one particular anime that I recently saw, and I couldn't get my mind off it.
I saw that
Thi-
comparison tweet. I
This
disagree.
anime reminds me so much of Komi Can't Communicate.
Yeah, fuck you.
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
reminds me
I wanted
so much of it.
May I say something about that?
What?
Is it the hard R?
No, basically, you are right. It is Comey, but it's a less romanticized
It's
version
less
of.
romantic and like it's the opposite, but also not.
It's
It's less
Komi-san, but not
Like
Komi-san
the.
at all by any means.
It's
The
the.
only
if
The
the
Komi was
only
basic.
actually
similarity is that they can't fucking talk.
All right,
the,
and
the,
let me say
they
this. May I
can't
say
fucking
something?
talk. That's the only thing that they got similar. But
But
like
and
Komi
but
is
the.
like the most popular girl in school, and then Tomoko isn't.
So here's the background for this show, because I can't talk about this show without bringing this up. All right. So the thing is, when I first watched this show, I thought these situations were way too unrealistic and everything like that. So, what did I find out? This show is apparently just a one whole thing of the author telling all their experiences that they had when they grew up. So this author is just writing stuff that happened to them
His own
in
story.
her own stories
Or I don't
inside
care.
the thing. And so all these like super cringe things that you think no way this happened. No, they apparently all happened, and this 4chaner is just a massive femcel.
Oh
All right.
yeah, it came from 4chan, and about the whole Comey comment. The Watamote it's a less romanticized version of Komi-san. While Komi-san is beloved and sweet and kind, Watamote is more of a vindictive person. She acts all kind and shy, but beneath that surface, she's all angry and vindictive. Like, I should have a million friends because of my existence, and I'm so cool. Yeah, I'm a badass. In a way, she's kind of like Chris Chan too. Like Chris Chan just thinks, oh, if I exist, stuff will happen to me.
Oh my
Surreal.
god, you're right.
God.
Yeah.
Only difference is that Watamote didn't bang her mom.
Well.
That we know of.
Oh God.
I mean, what's to stop her from doing your brother?
True.
I mean, that's just based. I mean, what?
What the ew?
real.
I hate that stereotype. That whole step sibling crap. It's not
What are
sexy.
you
Oh,
doing,
you have never
Stepladder?
seen. Have you never seen Ora Emo?
No, I don't want to.
It's great.
Oh.
It's one of the few
I
anime that
I
almost made me
I,
cry.
I think
Upton.
I think Ora Emo will someday pop up in the podcast.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Probably.
Ooh, yay.
How do I kill this ghost?
All right, so
So
my
So,
brain shut off for a sec.
then turn it on
Kyrie,
again.
go.
yo,
Kyrie,
Tucker.
go. This main character is just. I didn't notice it until Otaku pointed out, but
She's
the
the
main
absolute
character is
worst.
the worst, honestly.
She,
I
she-
can't. I couldn't let it go after I realized it. She's just an awful person.
Explain.
Well, basically, she wants. Did you see the way
She
she
wants
talked
to be
about other
popular.
people? Like she was like a bitch
like she
whenever
thinks
she
she's
described it. Like she thinks she's the best and everyone's just awful and tries to get the attention of everyone and it's like calls them losers and whatnot.
behind their
And
bags.
yeah,
But not just that, she also has like no problem like just stealing shit from other people.
yeah,
Mostly her brother and whatnot, and like even the wallet scene where it's like, oh, these people went and wanted to start the game without me. If I'm so unnoticeable, I should probably steal all of their wallets. And
Yeah.
it wasn't that she didn't do it because she thought it was wrong. She didn't do it because she didn't feel like it.
Oh,
Dude.
nah. Fuck.
Like
Again.
when it comes down to
Like
it, was something along the lines of she didn't feel like it, or she is like, I didn't want to play anyway, so whatever.
again, she's an entitled little bratty bitch to a degree.
yeah.
She expects everything, absolutely everything, handed to her, like on a
And
silver
that
platter.
and that's the main difference between like her and Komi. While
No,
Komi is quiet.
stop with this comparison. It's literally
No,
only one small fucking thing. It's literally like saying
I could not
the main
get my mind
character of
around it.
Naruto has friends and is a male. The main character of One Piece has friends and is a male. They're the same character.
No, well, you can see. Luffy can beat up Naruto because he has Super Saiyan 15 or some crap like that.
This comparison's so fucking stupid.
No, it's a good
I could
comparison.
not get my mind around it, and I'm going to keep on
No.
pointing it out.
You're gonna keep being wrong.
No, I am going to keep being right.
It's such a
Good
small
times.
fucking detail. But whatever. Oh yeah, but yeah, she's an absolutely terrible person. Even when people do exactly what she wanted, well, at least what she said she wanted, and hands her the stuff on a silver platter, she will then realize she didn't actually want it, and then will do it. And the perfect example of this was she asked her mother and kind of like begged her to get her a job with cake and whatnot. The
Yeah.
reason she asked her was because she had romanticized ideas of what it would be like to make the cake and whatnot. And the thing is, I mean, it kind of is true. It would be like that if she was like at a small bakery or something like that. But her mother, she didn't tell her mother that any of that at all, and is like, oh, okay. So she goes and is working at a factory assembly line a cake factory assembly line, and so her mother did exactly what she wanted, and then she quit after one day.
To be fair, it was kind of hellish.
No, it's not.
Oh,
What do you
so
mean hellish? Literally all she did was put the cinnamon fucking or chocolate
stick.
fucking stick on the cake. What do you mean hellish?
I mean, it's an easy job, yes, but it just feels soulless. That's the right word, soulless. Just the automation of cakes.
Yeah, I'm not
Tragedy.
gonna
That's
lie,
a
I can
job.
see that.
That's
Yeah.
what a job is.
There are some fun jobs.
Name
Yeah,
one.
there are some.
Blow.
I mean, it really depends on the
God,
manager.
why did I know you were going to say that?
What'd
It
you
really,
say?
it really depends on
Blow.
the manager.
There was this one, I don't know, strippers seem fun.
Like, like, like my job has a good manager, and he makes work fun.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Watamote would never like see eye to eye with the manager. She would think, "Oh, this guy, he's a piece of shit. He's trying to take away all my fun, and he's stupid. I'm smarter than him." That's the difference. Oh shit.
All right, and
Yeah, sorry.
no, you can go.
Yeah, I do see her as kind of a femcel, to be honest. I don't use that term lightly.
Neither do I. So what's it called? When it comes down to it, other reasons like she's just absolutely terrible is what's it called? So, I I don't find it absolutely terrible to lie and whatnot to people. It's kind of bad and whatnot, but I don't find it absolutely terrible. But when she pretty much gets caught in a lie, she doubles down, triples down, and quadruples down. And this is clearly shown on the time that her little nephew comes over, where she pretty much tries to convince her little nephew that her boyfriend, which, by the way, she doesn't have a boyfriend, is like this sex crazed motherfucker that just really fucking wants her like 24/7 whenever they're around, begs her for sex, has hickeys all over her body, and just everything. You know, just like as much as you can think of, like everything, yeah, it happens. Or she pretty much says, like, so she makes this guy to be out like something terrible. Later, she is sitting down in the park bench, which this guy comes up and talks, or not park bench, arcade bench or something like that. But this guy comes up to her and pretty much says, "Hey, did you like the umbrella I gave you?" In a scene before that, she fell asleep. No, she went to the bathroom while it was raining and came back out because she did not have an umbrella and whatnot. She had to wait under this one thing. Then she went and thought they left. She fell asleep, and then he gave her an umbrella so that once she woke up, she took the umbrella and went home. So he's like this like ultra nice person, and she was like really wanting to befriend him. She actually was thinking of him being boyfriend material and everything like that. So here's where it all goes wrong. They meet. The little nephew is like, "Who was that?" And she's like, "I'm in over my head." Yeah, that's my boyfriend. He's like, "Oh, is that the one you were talking about?" Is so, and just like gives the worst fucking description of this guy, like the absolute like makes him look fucking evil. And she's like, "Yeah, that guy, exactly that person." And then what's it called? She thinks she's not gonna meet him again, and it's like, all right, whatever. The next day comes, and they meet again, but this time the little nephew is there. But there's even bigger plot twist. He's there with his actual girlfriend. Now, the easiest thing to do is just tell her she was making it up, lying, and whatnot. But no, she goes and triples down on it and saying that they're in some kind of open relationship and whatnot. And then this ensues with them going, and the guy is. She has like the worst fucking opinion of this guy, and when Tomoko goes and gets away to go do something, she confronts the guy and tries to make say that he should be loyal to his girlfriend, and just like he's like out of nowhere, like what's all this coming, and pretty much says how much of a crazed sex addict and everything he is. And after all this, she still could not admit that she was lying to her. She had to have her go do something, and say, "Oh, go away for a sec, go get something," and then she pretty much gets on her hands and knees and apologizes and explains the situation to him. Still not to her, by the way. And so
Stop.
and he's like pretty fucking like he has the quote unquote angry smile and just like angrily forgives and whatnot. And pretty much blew all of her chances of making that friend because she actually really enjoyed her time with him. It's like she literally will just keep on doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down, no matter how much down. And at the very end, she doesn't know that the nephew actually saw. Well, she kind of figures that the nephew did, but the nephew did see her pretty much hands and knees begging to forgive her for lying and whatnot. And so they try to make it up to her, and by challenging them into some other kids in the children's card game. So it gets even funnier. Because everyone, she's like, "Oh wow, she's really cool. All these kids really like her." And it's like she just does, and then she gets her freaking heart like broken because even in this situation where the queen, always pulls out a good card whenever she's in trouble, and then so it's like what? So she goes after the best person there, which, by the way, these are still like 6-year-old kids. The 6-year-old kid is about to beat her, and then she pulls out a card from under her sleeve.
So much for the heart of the cards.
Yeah. And she cheats, but the girl actually saw and noticed it. And it's like, "You cheated just to beat a small child in a card game." For no other reason.
Mood.
And then what's it called? It got even crazier because she realized why she did it, because Tomoko wanted to look cool in front of her and everything. So she kind of gave her a bit of a pass, but she still thought very, very like pretty much all actual respect for her went away. But she had kind of like pity respect in the sense of she wanted to find a way to fix her.
That is this show is just you want to root for the main character,
No,
but
you
she's
don't.
just so toxic and selfish and bitchy and evil and malicious.
The
That's the
only
thing.
rooting you want to do for this main character is become a fucking likable person.
Exactly.
That's
Act
the
like a decent human being. And
It's
she's
like
not a
I'm not
decent.
even like at the very beginning you can somewhat root for her and whatnot, but like the more that this show goes on, it's like no, I'm not rooting for her to actually get any of this done and whatnot. Because I don't think she's just even a good person. I'm waiting for her to actually change herself to becoming a good person so that the rest of the world will start to see her as a good person. Oh man, it's just absolutely insane.
It's really like she's just terrible and awful. And I think the root cause of all her problems is the fact that she's trying to mimic anime. She's trying to be like, I don't know, at some point she tried to mimic the silent and serious type that says very few words but are stoic and epic and reasons. Even though it's like, no, just be yourself. If you're gonna be quiet, if you just act like yourself, people will like you no matter what. Don't try
Not
to
true.
mimic to a
That's
degree.
true.
To a degree.
Not
Like
true.
to a
Yeah,
degree.
I
Yeah, just look at Stonks.
Yeah.
What?
God damn it, Kyrie.
Yeah, Stonks.
yeah, I felt like most of her problems came from the fact that she tries to be something she's not. So I kind of agree.
Oh no, it definitely. I'm just saying it's not inherently true. But what's it called? yeah, most of her problems come from two things actually. It's not it's her not being herself and trying to put on a persona and whatnot. But even that can work out and whatnot. Her biggest problem is her sitting back, not putting forward any effort and waiting for the world to do everything for her. Remember, all of her personas, why did she pick those personas? She played in through her head and said, these are the personas where it has the least effort. I can sit back and not do anything, and people will come and praise me and want to befriend me. Every single time she does something, of like, and it fails, it's almost 100% because she's not putting in the effort to make it succeed.
Gotta agree.
It's
Yeah.
just, it's a tragedy.
It's Elliot Rodger as a female.
Yeah. Only difference
And
is that everyone simps for her. Oh wait, people simp for Elliot
Yeah, I was
now.
about to say, what the fuck you mean difference?
Elliot, what the fuck? What's wrong with this world where freaking like we have girls simping for Elliot Rogers? This is truly a dark age, people.
We live in a society.
Damn it.
We've been living in a society since 2017.
I think we've been living in a society a little longer than that.
Well, the dystopic society. I mean,
society.
All right.
bottom text.
What are some of y'all's favorite scenes? We'll start with Kyrie.
My favorite scene has to be anything with the only good character in the show. I'm stealing Otaku's thunder and talking about the only good person, which is her friend. Her one friend in the world. Good person. I loved her. She was Miss Perfect. Only part that didn't make me cringe. That's the only reason it's my favorite parts.
Is there anything specific about her or what?
It is how she went to being how the scene where she was first introduced, to be honest, is probably my favorite scene with her. Where it's like, oh, she was a nerd, and then now she's all pretty and cool and awesome and blah blah blah. And
Popular.
it crushed popular, and it crushed Tomoko, which was hilarious, to be honest.
Yep.
That's another
In
thing.
fact, she almost abandoned. That's another. Okay, so here's another thing to see the main character as absolute shit. She actually almost wanted to abandon her after learning that.
God damn.
I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, you fucking bitch. It's like, oh, you successful, popular, and everything that I want to be. I almost want to go away. She eventually did cave and be like, at least she's my friend and friendly with me, and I just want to spend time with her. I'd rather not be alone. And then actually makes the right choice. But holy fuck, she also breaks down whenever like all of that was like her like trying to cope and be like, yeah, it's good. And then she just mentions she has a boyfriend, and then she goes in full fucking like
I'm so
depressive mode and puts on some headphones and just like drowns out everything she's saying. Oh man. Oh man, like Stonks, what is your favorite scene?
Every time there was a reference to another anime. So
So
I get
literally the
What?
so
entire
the
show.
ones that I knew, I only knew 4 of them. So there was a Death Note reference in episode 1. In episode 11, there was Haruhi Suzumiya and K-On! And in the last episode, there was another. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there's like hundreds of
That's all the parts
references
that's all the
inside the
parts
show.
I liked.
All right then. Is that all?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, Tejana.
Like I didn't
Uh,
really like this show overall, so
All right, Tejana.
I I can honestly say I cannot find anything that I liked about this show. It was just too fucking cringy for its own good. Like,
Too fucking.
Yeah, kinda
I love it.
cringe.
I remember when I first saw the show when it was airing, I quit immediately because of how, oh my god, unbearable it was.
Yeah, the first time I was watching it, I dropped it, but then later picked it back up and gave it like a 2. And then later rewatched it and gave it like a 5. Now I praise it a little bit more. Um, After knowing the context of this whole thing, but I think it's still like I literally physically feel the cringe. Like it literally makes my skin crawl. It gives me that feeling of oh my god, no. Watching it and binging it was just like a massive cringe overload that I don't think I would have been able to do if I wasn't watching with like a whole bunch of people and we're all just laughing at it as it's happening.
It's a,
I like
it
I know
was.
plot. He literally could not take this. He's like, no.
I'm
It's
done.
like
Bye,
I'm
Felicia.
done. It's not even like it's bad. It's just too much cringe.
Kinda cringe.
I used to have a friend who really loved this show because he related to her social anxiety.
Wow, she's just like
And I was
me.
like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I'm like, and then I was like, why do you like this show? This is so cringe.
It's like
That's not like relating to this character is not a good thing.
really related to this guy.
You're missing the point. You're
Uh,
missing the point on the character starter pack.
no, stop it. I hate that meme. That meme is so fucking
What?
stupid.
What? Sometimes
It
it's
fails
true.
even the logical stance. But what's it called? Um, uh, yeah, like Tomoko is so. It's like I like if you can relate to like a vague aspect, then whatever. But if you actually relate to Tomoko herself, I kind of question it because what's it called? There is just a bit sus for me. Like, not only is she like just legitimately just an actual like terrible person, but she's also the most lazy procrastinator motherfucker and just expects everything handed to her. But aside from that, this show is just absolutely insane amount of cringe. And what's it called? But there was another thing I was about to say and I don't remember. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like I think the the most relatable thing that Tomoko does and does often that is like, oh no, yeah, I definitely do that, and I can see people relating to that a lot. And the most relatable thing that Tomoko does is where she goes and fantasizes about situations and whatnot so that she pretty much makes herself some kind of anime protagonist or some kind of whatever the fuck and whatnot,
Ooh.
and just goes and plays out that reality in her head until reality smacks her back into her world.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot.
I mean, everyone isn't everybody like the protagonist of their own story. Everyone's always doing it, but like I think the
Not
difference
you.
here is like, hey, well, fuck you. Took all right, no, but I think it's like everyone's writing their own stories every single day, and it's just
Hmm.
it it's that Bioshock quote. We all make decisions, but in the end, our decisions make ourselves. And with Watamote, she is her decisions maker again. Like Otaku said, she is the most self-centered piece of garbage, piece of shit person that you will ever meet. She's selfish. She triples down. She lies. She weasels a way out. If it's not like some glam, if it doesn't play out in her head like 1000%, she's like, me no likey, everyone should die. I'm so cool. It's like, bruh. just like, no. You just gotta act like a decent human being. Yeah, lying is you may lie occasion. This is where my philosophy comes in. It's
What
okay to
philosophy?
lie. Well, fuck off. It's okay to lie to a degree, but if you do shit like what Watamote did, where she lied about having a boyfriend, even though she clearly didn't, and she did that quadrupling down and the whole kid thing, then yeah, no, dude, no. It's just, this show is just a tragedy, but it's not a tragedy. It's a
It's a
comedy at the
comedy.
same.
Oh yes,
Exactly.
Otaku thinks it's a comedy.
It's a comedy?
It is.
It is.
The
Well,
fuck?
it's oh shit.
It's an
It's
unintentional comedy.
life wants to be funny, but life wants to be funny, but you're the butt of the joke. That's the thing. Let's go, Toad.
Are you
I
gonna
feel
put
so
any
bad
more
for her.
Joker quotes in here?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Society. Mm,
I guess I
uh,
really am Joker 20. God, I love
don't
that fucking game.
society. Don't mess with the IRS. I don't know. Whee! Let me see. Ooh,
It's simple. We kill the Batman.
it's simple. We kill the anime industry.
All right. So, is there any specific scenes you like, Dino?
Any specific scene that I like? Let me see.
Yeah. Like
The
which
only
scenes do you
scene
like the most?
I like the ending where it was like that misunderstanding, that weird misunderstanding High School of the Dead scene, where basically she was the older one and like this new kid, this like little young middle schooler just came in and she basically wanted to make herself seem more important by saying really deep or really dramatic words like terrorists. Oh, I must fight a war with the nuts, with the
The
I must fight a
OVA.
war. Yeah, the OVA, where she has to where basically she just builds herself up as like this grandiose like main as like this grandiose person, and she's like, I'm so cool and epic, I gotta fight terrorism before bedtime and whatnot, and it's my fate to save the world or some crap like that. And really she's just talking out her ass, and she like twisted her ankle and stuff, and she just I like from the kid's perspective, he thought, oh, this girl's so epic and larger than life, she's fighting terrorists and whatnot. But in Watamote's perspective, she's just like talking out her ass just to make herself look cool, because again, she's so pathetic, and she's just so pathetic that she has to like she basically has to manipulate like young people to make herself look grand. Again, the whole 6-year-old card game thing. That's like, I kind of like that because it's like, oh, we see both sides of the story. Like that's a pretty cool perspective. I like that. Another thing I kind of liked was like her summer vacation. Her summer vacation was all right. Ironically, did they have a beach episode? I don't think they did. So I guess this is the one exception of that. What else was there? I like that scene. Another scene I like. I don't really. There's again. That's really the only things I could think of like that. Just like that different perspective thing, because again, we get to see different characters and whatnot. Different characters' perspectives. I like that. Everything else was just so depressing, so pathetic. I did not like it. If you want to watch, again, folks, go watch Komi-san if you want a more glamorized version of like the star
Shut up!
archetype.
Oh my god!
Oh, what? It's a good show. Why do you
He's
hate it?
speaking facts.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
falses.
Shut up.
No.
You're
Speaking
literally
facts.
Komi, you're literally being Tomoko
Yeah,
right
you're
now.
literally being Komi.
You're literally being Tomoko.
No, I'm being Comey. Fuck y'all. I
You're
have a girl.
literally
Yeah.
Tomoko.
My
Fuck it.
girl. My crush looks like Comey.
You are Komi and Kari is Tadano.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think my favorite part of the series, I mean, there's a few parts that I really liked, but I just think the funniest fucking shit is her just being so hyper autistic that when she's talking to her friend, she just says a whole bunch of stuff that her friend doesn't like So she says in her head, plays out all the situations and think it's normal. So she just blurts out what she says and whatnot. And the thing is about it, it's just so fucking funny because of the way it goes about it is like, hey, I like this thing and blah 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 and blah blah blah. So I'm going to say this, and so she blurts it out, but with absolutely no context to her surrounding, it sounds completely wrong. Like when she calls up and is on her friend's phone and is like breathing heavily into it. The reason she's breathing heavily is because she's embarrassed about asking it. And what she's asking is because she's never done it herself and whatnot. But on her friend's side of what they hear and see is just someone breathing heavily and asking, "What panties are you wearing?"
Oh, the panty raid episode.
Oh my god. And I just fucking die laughing. Oh my god. I just died laughing.
Oh no! No, dead. Fuck this shit. The panty raid episode.
It was crazy. But yeah, it gets. That's not the only time it does it with her. It just keeps doing that. What's it called? And one of the things was she's pretty crazy when it comes down to it. Like there's the other part where she's like, I can't believe it. Her boyfriend gets to see her dressed like this and so much. If I was her, and then she starts speaking out loud, I'd be so fucking hard. And just it's like, Tomoko.
What was that? You, Otaku?
And just like
what?
And just completely goes, and it's just like one of those things. Like it's just an unexpected like what the fuck moment. And then, like, all the things like, oh, what kind of panties do you want me to wear? And shit like that. It's just, like, so cringy. And it's like, oh my god. But it's so funny. Because you get to see exactly what's playing out in her head. And she has completely different intentions, except for the last one, than what is being shown. And so you can only just wonder what the other person's thinking.
Oh.
Oh man, it's so fucking funny.
This show, fuck.
I really like that scene, but oh my god, it's all so cringe. It's just so cringe.
It's not a cringe compilation. It's a comedy, Otaku.
You try and take my line, all right. So
I'll stop at the Joker puns.
It's just
No.
insane.
Continue.
Go on. Hello.
Go on.
All right.
Do
so
more.
we talk. Is there any more scenes y'all want to talk about?
I want to talk about the EDs.
Oh yeah, I love the EDs.
Yeah, they change so often.
Yeah, and so if you actually watch the show and whatnot,
Oh,
yeah. If you actually watch the show and whatnot, every other ED is a different ED. So it has its own classic ED, what it actually is, and then every other episode is a new ED. So it will be the classic ED, then a different ED, then the classic ED, then a different ED, then a classic ED, then a different ED, and we'll just go in that order.
Yeah. So I was casually watching it, and I was in episode 7, I think was it. There came like a random Miku song, and I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah, they have an absurd amount of anime stuff and references. And one of them, I was like, no fucking way, when I heard the ringtone. I was like, I remember one day when I first heard that, I completely forgot about it on the rewatch until this rewatch. But the first time I heard it, I had to pause the anime and I went and looked up a certain song and found like, okay, it would be around right here. I pressed play, heard it, went back to the anime, pressed play, heard it, and it's like, these are exactly it. This is exactly it. I recognize the ringtone of the fucking I recognize the ringtone of the fucking of the friend, and that's because I used to speed run that game all the time. Oh my god. And the ringtone of that anime is the Crush game.
Wait, what?
Crush.
Never heard of it.
Never either.
Isn't that the dating sim that looks like it was made by amateur anime artists?
Yes. It's the clicker
I know
one.
I know there's one for women with furry males.
What
Yes,
the
there is.
furry
It's called
propaganda?
Yeah,
Blush Blush.
they had what's it called? Their original one, and then Nitaku made an LGBT version, and that's what that one was, and it just got even crazier and crazier as
I
it went
thought it
on.
was for women.
Oh, no, there's 3 versions, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
there's one for men, one for women, and one for LGBT.
Amazing.
I thought it was so weird that is like there's so many of these versions of the game, and I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, what was I? Oh yeah, so I was just so like I just did not expect that at all. The ringtone to just all of a sudden be the Crush video game theme song. I don't know. Did anyone else recognize it? Kyrie, do you even know what it is?
I do not.
That is some obscure.
Oh,
That is
I think I have
obscure.
seen this.
Wait a minute. Is that Merryweather comic girl?
Yep. In fact, this game also has a fuck ton of references as well.
References, a reference of a reference of a reference. What kind of reference hell are we
Oh yeah,
in,
this
folks?
this show is also reference hell. Not show. This game is also reference hell. Like almost every single girl
That
is a
Rainbow
reference of
Dash?
something else.
Is that Rainbow Dash?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Wait, huh?
It's not really, but
But the human version.
it's not really it, but what's it called? It's not really Rainbow Dash, but it's when you can get to specific dialogue, it talks about the character. I don't remember if it was like something about horses or something about ponies, but it pretty much is a joke saying that she is what's it called that pretty much confirming that she is the freaking My Little Pony ripoff.
Bootleg.
I still like the freaking fourth wall breaker. There's a fourth wall breaker, and one of her lines is like, how does it feel knowing that all the things that are turning you on and making you done by a man?
Who gives a shit?
Is all written and drawn by a man. I fucking laugh.
That's a mood. Side tangent aside.
Yeah, one of them's an otaku one, and some has some. It's just references to a lot of them. But yeah. So yeah, I thought it was pretty funny to see that reference because I was like, I would never expected anything to ever really reference this.
It's wasn't the author like a 4chaner before she became big?
Yes, she was. In fact, the author of this series, the only reason it took off was because she pretty much spent a lot of time on 4chan and eventually made her anime and was pretty much talking about it on 4chan. And a lot of people really took notice and loved it, and she kind of made like an entire like little cult around it and whatnot. And she was everyone was just really loving the story and just thought it was pretty crazy. So when it comes down to it, she pretty much she pretty much praises 4chan for by saying if it wasn't for 4chan, my stuff wouldn't have been nearly as popular. If it wasn't for 4chan, I more than likely wouldn't have gotten an anime series. If it wasn't for 4chan, and just like goes in and whatnot. And that's why inside the anime, there's a lot of 4chan lingo as well, including her literally calling people who talk and socialize with each other, she calls them normal fags. And shit like that.
Amazing.
Oh man.
Not gonna lie, I did not know those were 4chan references because I don't frequent 4chan, and I thought it was just bad localization.
Sometimes I forget that 4chan even exists.
4chan has done a lot for
I mean,
internet
she
culture.
literally also what's it called? When she's going through her memories, her memory folder, and she what's it called? Inside her memory folder like bucket thing. She's looking at everything and she's like, I think of all these things very fondly. Inside there, she pulls out an Infinity Chan logo, which is 8chan.
Holy what? Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
She pulls that out and that's in there. So she, like it's kind of a wink and nod to the community she built. And how it's actually one of the things that she liked in her time.
What the? I know 4chan, whatever, but people remember 8chan? Fuck me. Damn.
You act like this is like some knowledge that people don't really know.
Well, it's
I
obscure knowledge,
didn't.
really.
It's not. It literally isn't.
I mean,
This
8chan was
first time
demonized. Go on.
4chan was
I'm sorry. This is the first time I've heard of 8chan.
Yeah. See Otaku.
Yeah, but you know, she also didn't know that normal facts and whatnot was what's it called 4chan lingo.
4chan, yeah.
It's not exactly the best of a sample.
I mean, there's also dubs. Check them. And Friday
I don't
night.
want to watch the dub because Monica Rial voices Tomoko.
What? Oh
Yeah,
no.
I found that out today.
Oh no.
I don't want to
Wait,
watch
who?
dubs because we shouldn't be watching dubs.
Full Metal Alchemist. That was a good dub.
Nope.
Fuck you.
Persona 5, that was a good dub.
Nope. Should never go
Fuck
with any
you.
dubs. Fuck all
Fuck
dubs.
you.
Fuck all
What
dubs.
about-
Every single one of them.
What about Vic Mignogna? He's a great voice actor.
We need literally dubs are like 99% of the problem with the anime community. Without dubs,
True.
the anime community would not have majority of its problems.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yes.
Fuck all dubs. Throw out even the good ones with the bad ones.
What kind of hell? Whoa. This says a lot about society. But you
We
are
live in
right.
a
That's
society.
you are right about that. Jesus Christ. Fuck, the whole problem. The problem with the anime community, arms crossed, is the dubs. It did polarize everyone.
All right, so more than just that. But all right, so what else do y'all like about this show?
I can only say that there's only one thing that I liked, and that was the opening theme.
It was pretty
Oh
bang. It
my
was a good
god.
bang.
The opening
banger.
is just so fucking badass.
It's a banger. I'll be right back.
I
So
really
no-
love it. And pretty much
No, it's not bad, I guess.
yeah, it's really good. And the opening, what it's describing is pretty much, for one, it's also like a big problem with Tomoko, because even in there, the opening is talking about her trying to become popular, trying to get friends, trying to do everything. But what's it called? At the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, it's everyone else's fault. And I'm just like, girl, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. Oh my god. But yeah, but inside the show, you see her trying is like not actually trying. But yeah.
Well,
So the thing is, other things that. But yeah, I think I pretty much just really like the friend. The brother's pretty fucking funny as well. So the little things at the end of every episode, where it has this mini cartoon of Tomoko and Tomoki, to talk and whatnot. That is in reference to episode 1, where she, well, I say reference, but it's pretty much the deal that they make in episode 1, and some people told me they didn't realize that. So what the deal in episode 1 is that where they have to go and talk to each other every day for like an hour, so Tomoko can learn to talk to people and try to help actually be able to communicate with people. And what Tomoko and Tomoki does is they just go and sit and talk and spout random bullshit. Ugh. But yeah, so at the very end, when Tomoko is describing her day or anything like that, that is what that is talking about. And it's like it's a bit of a little neat kind of thing. Episode 12 spells it out that that's what it is, because episode 12, it doesn't happen, or was it 12 or 11? One of those episodes, it spells it out by her confronting her brother, and then they're talking, and then it goes into that animation to start the talk, and then it undoes it just and says, this is the last time I'll be needing to talk to you like this and whatnot. Which it's a pretty neat thing, pretty neat idea and whatnot. I didn't mind it. So that's what's at the end of every single episode, is what their actual talks are like. I don't know, what do y'all think about the brother?
He's a dick, but he at least has a goal in life. He's actually
How's he a dick?
Well, oh, that's true. Yeah, never mind.
I kind of like the brother more than Tomoko.
I think everyone should.
I was rooting for the guy when he kicks Tomoko.
Base.
I was like, yes, finally!
Somebody finally stands up against this femcel.
Finally, someone stands up to this bitch.
Femcells have fallen.
Hey,
Fucking Watamote.
hey, I'm better than everyone because I exist and I'm smarter than them.
Does she think she's smarter? I don't think she ever gave off that impression that she was smarter. She did think she was superior to everyone. Cause
would you say supreme?
The supreme lady?
The supreme gentlewoman?
No, it's ladies and gentlemen, so it'd be lady. So supreme lady, I guess. The supreme madame? You could say? Fucking this fucking show. This show was a, I know I keep saying tragedy, but it is. It's kind of hard to recommend it unless you want to see like an actual cringe compilation. I don't think
You just
anyone
want to
wants
see something garbage.
I don't recommend this like as a watch by yourself. I recommend this to just get in with a group of friends, whether real life or in Discord or whatever, and just watch it like that, because oh my god, you'll laugh and everyone will talk about it and be whatnot, but some people will legitimately cringe to, because how many people did we go through in our watch together? A lot of people joined and kept leaving because it was too much.
I left several times too.
We had plot, Kyrie here couldn't take it sometimes. We had Zany, we had um Kiki, we had K Russell. We had
Coco.
we had a lot of people just keep joining and then leaving throughout the entire thing for one reason or another. But the ones that stated their reasons, and they said it was just too much to keep watching. It was too cringe. But yeah, it was great. What
I
would
just
y'all
watched it
rate
alone.
this?
Like high
Negative
5.
10.
Go Kyrie first, and then down the line.
Alright.
Kyrie died.
Kyrie died. Okay, go Stonks.
Rest in
Like
peace.
an
Oh, I'm
high.
here. Sorry,
Uh,
I muted it because I was yelling at my cat. I
Meow.
rated it about a 5, mostly because of everything except for the story. Basically, I like the EDs, the openings, basically everything about it except for what actually happened. So, like a 5.
It's an average show. I hate everything about it except, you know, the stuff that aren't the show. Yeah. All right, Stonks.
like an high 5. Like and I liked the openings and endings, the just the OST and the references, and just the story was just kind of garbage. So
Uh,
yeah, it's not one of the best things I've seen. So
negative 10 because the cringe was too much.
Me, if I was to rate it, if you're watching by yourself, I'd probably rate it like a 3, maybe even a 4. But if you're watching with like a group of friends, I'd say it's like it's pretty high up there, 7, 8. Yeah, and it's just so great.
If I were to if I were to rate this travesty, I'd rate it, I don't know, like a 3 or 2 out of 10. Because of how unlikable. Like, again, the opening was cool, the endings were unique and quirky, but the OVA was pretty good if you ask me. But like the overall show is just depression and just seeing like a bitter, ugly we're following this bitter, ugly anime character, and it's just like not good. People don't want to be. I don't. People don't want to see that.
Yeah,
People
so
want to. I'm gonna say the K word. Komi. Go watch Komi, damn.
Komi's better.
yeah, the
Yeah.
the OVA wasn't bad, and I think the thing about the OVA is that Tomoko wasn't actually being like a terrible human or anything like that. She literally was just trying to look cool and impress people. Like that's all it was. It was still cringe, but it wasn't like maliciously bad cringe. But the OVA pretty much did confirm that Watamote is not going to get a season 2.
Yeah. I mean, who would want it anyway?
Me,
Why? You want to see more cringe?
yes.
Ooh. The cringe compilation.
I mean,
Fucking,
if I really wanted a massive cringe compilation, I just go to your house.
fuck off. You don't even know where I live. What do you mean cringe compilation, Mr. Still suspended off Twitter? I mean, Mrs. Suspended on Twitter. I'm sorry.
All right, so what's it called? What was I about to say? So there's this one thing about it. I don't remember most of the details off the top of my head. I have it all archived somewhere, but let me try to give a rough explanation of it. So, the thing about this story is that Tomoko is involving a lot of penises inside her work. And when I say a lot, it's more of the hint that you get is that she doesn't know what one looks like. And you know, this happens with the umbrella. Oh yeah, holy shit, that's also a massive reason why she's a terrible person, by the way. That fucking episode, that umbrella episode, holy fucking shit. Not the one where she gets the umbrella to go in. I'm talking, or not umbrella. It's the sword episode. One where the sword freaking and the train. I fucking hate that episode. Like that. That is the episode that broke the fucking camel's back and is like, no, she's a terrible person beyond redemption, almost beyond redemption, but she's just absolutely terrible. What's it called? But yeah, what I was saying is because the way she's described stuff and the way she was describing dicks and whatnot, it's like that doesn't sound right and whatnot. And one day, she made her freaking, I don't remember what it was for, but she had her email public, and then 4chan pretty much decided, hey, let's all bombard her with our dick pics. And because the author is female and whatnot, a lot of people say they're male because they used them, but the reason is they think that is because they originally used a male pseudonym, and only later it came out. It's like, no, they're actually female. So, what's it called? The author pretty much is like responded to that whole fiasco and saying that they've it's like they see what happened and they've never actually seen a dick before. This was the first time they seen a dick. It looked very interesting. And pretty much later, and it pretty much just said nice cock, bro. And their thing. And then a lot of people were getting like so what's it called, so happy, and the forums were just blowing up because pretty much everyone was getting excited at the possibility that her first dick that she saw was actually what's it called, was actually their dick. In some kind of strange thing. Makes me wonder just how often they get emails and whatnot about like the most weird fucking shit because of all this. But yeah, I don't know. What do y'all think of that situation?
I just find it funny that she's such a shut-in that she doesn't even know what a dick is. And if it wasn't for the fact that
It's
she
not
was a
that she
woman, I don't
doesn't know
think
what it is. It's more that she didn't look
didn't
one
know what
up.
it looked like. Yeah, that's more kind of shocking at how shut-in people have become. What's that term? Hikikomori? That thing in Japan where like a bunch of people just lock themselves in the room
That's,
for years at a. Is
I,
that what it's
I would
called?
expect a hikikomori to know way more what one looks like in more detail than the average person. Just saying.
I
I
think
don't.
she's just a neat.
She just has no job, no school, no nothing. Well, she goes to school, and if it weren't for that, she'd just be at home doing nothing. Just it kind of, if you really think about it, like Watamote is kind of like an off branch of like a problem in the Japanese culture. The whole hikikomori thing, and like I think it's more of, I don't know. Do you mind if we go into that subject for a little bit?
I mind.
You do mind? Okay.
Because I've never
Wait,
heard almost anyone talk about it, like actually what it is and whatnot.
the hikikomori situation.
It's like it almost is entirely people just like, oh, people watch anime too much, and it's like it's a lot more than just that. And it's even, what's it called? There's just not only that, there's people that don't even watch anime that pretty much get it, and it's like it's not this like anime specific thing that I see a bunch of people always talk about. But no, whatever. I just don't like bringing it on here and whatnot.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a
Sure.
fun podcast. I don't care about serious situations while I'm talking about the podcast.
About your anime, about your anime stuff.
Mhm.
Good times. It's just, eh, it's just this show. It's just not a good show. Don't watch it. Go watch
Fuck you.
Komi, damn it.
Fuck you.
Oh
Agreed.
no. Yeah,
Agreed.
Otaku. Kirby agrees with me. Take that.
By the way, Komi-san fucking sucks.
Says
No, you
who?
suck.
Yeah.
Komi-san
Yeah.
is literally like a 1 out of 10, and Watamote is like a 10 out of 10.
Oh my
You
god, the
don't have taste.
contrarian. The Chrome Chariot.
Actually,
You just don't have taste.
Actually, Komi-san is now officially a -10 out of 10, and what's it called? And Watamote is a 50 out of 1.
You just don't have taste.
Yeah, you don't. Just like, wow. Fucking, what did you?
I need Kyrie to come in on this.
I actually saw Komi-san recently with Gusty. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
God damn it! I
It
just
was
needed
pretty good.
someone
Take
to
that.
agree
You've
with
been
my bullshit.
destroyed, Femcel. Check.
I needed someone to agree with my bait.
No one will agree with you.
Yeah, Otaku, you have the unpopular opinion. You have the wrong opinion.
You have the shit opinion.
Yeah.
No,
I still haven't
don't be
watched
mean
it.
to Otaku.
Okay, fine.
I still haven't watched Komi-san yet. I only
Then
You
seen
watch
should.
episode
it.
1. But what's it
You
called?
should.
But back to what I was saying is I don't know. Is there anything else y'all like about this show at all?
No, I don't like it. I'm over with it.
Nope, I hated it.
I would say it would be time for the most famous, and some say infamous part, but it's like there's literally only like 3 characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like, is it even possible to do?
the best friend is just the best character. Everyone else was kind of like an asshole.
It's like
All
literally,
awards go to the best friend. Okay,
literally
that's over.
everyone would just say the best friend for everything.
Yeah.
It's like,
If you say Tomoko would win in any of the fucking categories, you're mentally sick.
oh man. It's like this is probably one of the few that just have absolutely we can't even do the most infamous part of the podcast.
How can you do 4? How can you select 4 characters if there are only like 3?
Yeah. All right then. Anyone have anything else they want to add at all?
Fuck this.
This was poopy.
This was just bad.
Oh God, why did we watch this?
What?
Why did we watch this? Why do
Because
people keep suggesting this to me?
Because
it was so fun
Otaku wanted to.
I it was so fun to watch with a whole bunch of people and
It
just
was
watch Chris.
That's true.
It was garbage.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
don't say that about a lot of anime. It was garbage.
To me, it's like, to me the show is like sitting down with a bunch of friends and watching cringe compilations. It's so funny to see everyone's reaction and how talk about it and whatnot. It's great. That's what this show is like to me, and that's why I thoroughly enjoy it, but only in like groups.
That's fair.
Yeah, if you want to watch it with a friend. Watching it by yourself, you'll just fall into a bit of depression. And it's
If you're with friends, watch this. If you're alone, watch Komi.
Fuck you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Komi is the superior.
Komi's
Komi
the
is the
superior
Chad.
one. And if
Komi
you
is the Chad.
and if you don't like it with friends, go watch Komi.
Exactly.
You get you get the exact same experience.
But a
All right,
happier
all right,
one.
all right. I got a way to solve this. All right. Leave a like on the video if you believe Komi-san's better. Leave a dislike if you think Watamote is better.
Everyone's gonna leave like 10,000
Everyone's gonna
likes.
we will get tens of thousands of likes.
Exactly. This is gonna backfire. Otaku.
This is how we go up in the world, guys.
Yeah.
This is how we go up.
All right. I'm done with my bait and whatnot. All right. So, any last words? If not, we can just start our outros.
I hate it.
All right.
I hated it. Can we watch something better next time?
No.
Let's go
No,
watch
let's do something
Komi.
better.
Yeah.
Let's go
There's
watch
nothing
Komi.
better. Watamote is
No,
literally the best
Demon
anime to
Slayer.
have ever existed.
Yeah, let's watch Demon Slayer again.
Season 2. Yes.
Yeah,
Demon
let's
Slayer.
watch Entertainment District arc.
I'm gonna smack
Yeah.
all you.
Kaguya-sama first.
All right.
What?
All right.
Okay.
We're done. All right, Kyrie, you can start the outro.
Thank you for joining us for Weebanomics. This has been Kyrie Luna. That's at KyrieLunas on Twitter.com. And these have been my co-hosts and 2 guests.
Thank you if you even wanted to watch this. But anyway, this was Stonk Salesman at Stonky Wonky.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you
it's your turn.
for hearing my unpopular opinions. My name is Tahana Weeb. I'm under Weeb Tahana on Twitter. So,
And I'm the Nonotaku at the Nonotaku Twitter.
And that's it, folks. That's been Weebanomics. This has been the people, folks, whatever. And I'm Dino. Follow me at Dinosaur42Heads on Twitter. I have a YouTube channel. It's Dinosaur with 42 Heads. I'm making a new video as well, and I hope everyone has a lovely day. And remember, folks, stay beautiful.
All right, bye everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Just go watch Komi.
I still think she
Komi-
wanted to fuck her brother.